I hope everyone is doing amazing, or as amazing as possible. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a bit of a swatchy swatch and a look using the new Team Trixie palette from Trixie Cosmetics. This palette was released in it's like a duology release with the Team Katya palette. The palettes, they're literally so cute. The idea is that they were like gymnastics rivals. So there's the Team Trixie palette, which is very much bubblegum fantasy blues and pinks, and then there is the Team Katya palette, which is very much like blacks and reds and metal inspired. Like, it's a lot darker. It kind of encapsulates both of their different vibes, and then they've literally just made like a whole backstory as to what these palettes are going to be about, and I just think so amazing. So I was really excited to get my hands on these. I have only picked up the Team Trixie palette because I am poor. Both of these palettes retail at $48 USD, so I picked one. I picked the one that spoke to me the most. I just feel like there are more colours in here that I kind of vibe with and enjoy more. So this is the palette. How fun is the reflective flip on it? So both palettes come with 12 shadows, very, very decent sized pans. Immediately impressed. The palette we love. It comes with a mirror. Now you can see my dirty disc. So the product description from the Trixie Cosmetics website says that the Team Trixie palette is your childhood doll gymnastics fantasy in 12 megawatt vegan ice cream cake shades. Let these pinks, aquas, and rosy neutrals into your life. That sounds wrong coming out of my mouth. And you will jump for joy. Who cares about the score when you're having fun? I love it. Like, that's exactly the vibe that I get from this, is it not? Stunning. Before I get into doing a look with this palette, I'm gonna swatch everything for you guys so that you can kind of see the colors, how they pay off, and what kind of color story moment we can go for. So yeah, I'm gonna swatch this in a way that I wouldn't normally swatch it, but I'm gonna go down and across just so that the color story stays together on the swatches. You can kind of see how similar and different the colors are. So I'm going to start with the shade Game Face, which is a ballet slipper metallic according to the website. That's really pretty. So that is Game Face. Okay, so that's really pretty. Definitely like a inner corner brow bone highlight kind of moment. It's very, very pale, but it is really pretty, and it's got these kind of soft gold reflex, which I kind of love. The next color that I'm going to swatch is called Bartender. That pigment, you saw that. That is lovely. The shade kind of reminds me of the light pinky shade in the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. Throwback. The next color is called Get a Grip, which is a Stacy pink metallic. These colors are so pretty. Next color is called Stick It. Oh my god, like the movie. Duh. And Stick It is a warm cinnamon matte. The next shade is called Spirit Fingers, a carnation pink matte. And then we have another matte shade called Take the Cake, which is a cranberry matte. Oh my god, I've gone a bit rogue. My disaster swatches strike again. And then we have the shade Heavy Metal. And Heavy Metal is an ivory metallic. Oh my god, I'm really struggling to put these in a straight line. Then there is a matte yellow called Champ. That was a great swatch. And then, oh, this one's pretty. We have a shade called Perfect 10. And Perfect 10 is a sapphire glitter. We have a matte shade called Flipping Out, which is a dark teal. And then another matte shade called Ampose.
Oh, Ampose.
Ampose is a Tiffany blue matte. And lastly, we have the shade Showtime, which is a black and silver bio glitter. Ugh, beautiful. So that is all of the shades in the Team Trixie palette swatched. First impressions, the pigment is 10 out of 10. It looks amazing. The color story, it makes so much sense as well. There are shimmers, that have appropriate adjacent matte colors so that you have something to work with. You know, in 2016 when there was that big thing where every single palette it was just like a matte brown nude palette, and then it had like one blue shade, and then it's kind of just like, well, what am I using with this one random blue shade, because it doesn't mix with brown very well. So this is really fun to see that they've actually got shimmer colors matching up with proper matte colors, and these glitters, stunning. Okay, I need to wipe this off now. Also nice to see that there is no immediate staining from any of the pink shades. I know in the past a lot of pink and red shadows that I have and just in my collection, they always stain. So that just came off really easily, which I love to see. I definitely want to use a few of those shades on my eyes. I think it looks so stunning already. I can picture it in my mind. So yeah, let's get started on the look. So I've done one eye, just so you can kind of see what you're in for. I'm very much inspired by Trixie today. I've done like the full cut crease, the black wing, the white waterline eyeliner. I think it's cute. The shadows have performed really well, as you'll see. I have a couple of notes on the shadows that I'll talk through as I'm doing it, but yeah, I think we're looking good so far. So to prime my eyes, I'm using the One Size concealer in the shade Fair. I'm just putting that all over my eye, and I'm also going to use it to just like carve out my brow and clean it up a little bit. And I'm using the Jar Cosmetics CC2 brush to carve that out. I have to really clean up my eyebrows because ironically my eyebrow pencil is too ginger and my eyebrows are very brown, so that concealer dries down really nicely without any like too much creasing or anything, so I'm not going to set my eyes. I'm going to take my Trixie palette and my Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush in this shade, the brush type JH50. This one is just like a really nice kind of fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade and pose. And I am just going to put that all through my crease. Because my eyes are so hooded as well, I'm going to make sure that I am keeping it really high on my lid. I am then going to take the Morphe E18 brush, which is a more like a dense kind of brush. It's literally just dense, it's not tapered or anything, it's just perfectly nice for the outer corner. And I'm going to take the shade Flipping Out, and I'm just going to pack that and define my crease a bit more. These shades are literally so perfect because they're so in the same color family that they just blend seamlessly. It really doesn't take much blending, like it just does it straight away. And then I'm gonna carve out my cut crease. I'm gonna take a, what's it called, a makeup wipe, and I've just got it on my finger, and I'm gonna start carving out the space that I want it. I'm gonna take that Jar Cosmetics brush again, and this time I'm going to take the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Buff. This concealer is a little bit thicker, so it's really nice for carving out a crease. Okay, so this is where I think I went wrong on this eye, is after I cut my crease, I did set it with some powder, and I think that made it really hard for the shimmery, the glitter shadows to stick. Like the shimmers weren't really working well until I sprayed them with some setting spray, and then they kind of warmed up and they were so good, as you can see. But I'm not going to set this eye because I want to see if the shimmers work a little bit better on a more wet surface. So I'm taking this Morphe brush that does not have a name. It's just like a flat brush, nothing special. And I'm going to take the shade Game Face. Whoa. And I'm going to put that right in the center of my eye. Oh, that is immediately better. Before the shadow was not showing up. Okay, yeah, these shadows work way better on a wet surface. So just don't set your eyes if you're using the shimmers. And then I'm going to use the same brush, just taking the other side. I'm going to use the shade Get a Grip. And I'm going to put that on the outer third of my eye. Cute! And then I'm going to take this brush. It is an Eco Tools flat brush. I think I've literally had this since I started doing makeup in high school. And I'm going to take the shade Heavy Metal. And I'm going to put that on the inner third of my eye and then like the inner corner. I can't get over how much better these are performing now that I haven't set my eyes. I'm gonna then do some eyeliner. I'm gonna use the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes eyeliner. I do this off camera because I can't handle the pressure. Is my eyeliner perfect? No. Is it the same as my other eye? No. Do I care? Yes. Will I do anything about it? No. For the next part of the look, I'm going to be taking the Inglot AMC Gel Liner in the shade 76. Just white. This baddie is doing the trick. And I'm going to take it on this tiny angled brush and just start pressing it into my waterline. Okay, so back to the palette. I'm going to take this tiny little shader brush. It's a Morphe M213 and I'm taking the shade Showtime. And I only want a little bit, so I'm going to tap off a bit of the excess. And I'm going to start pressing that just under the white on my bottom lash line. And then I take the tiny little brush with the shade flipping out and I'm going to start blending out the black on my lower waterline. So that is basically my look with the Trixie palette. I need to apply some mascara on this eye and some lashes and the rest of my face, and I will see you guys in a second. Okay, so I've applied a lash and the rest of my face, and this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed my swatches and this final look. I have to say I am so impressed with this palette from Trixie Cosmetics. The whole concept, the pigment, everything I think is so amazing. I think these shades here, not the hot pink obviously, but these three here I think could make a really pretty everyday neutral look, which is amazing. And then obviously black smoky eye for sure. And then these colourful things. I think you could do so much with this palette. I'm loving it. I feel like I don't do a full cut crease as much as I used to, and I'm kind of obsessed. Bring it back, I say. Bring back 2016 makeup. So that is it for my swatch and look review of the Team Trixie palette. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. Also leave a comment if you're Team Trixie or Team Katya. Let me know. I'm taking a poll. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. So pigmented. Did you hear that? Wilbur! The cat literally runs the show.